Hey everybody. All right, I know that I've been MIA the last couple weeks. It's just because I'm trying to rest up this wrist. As soon as this thing's better, I'm going to go back to my regular schedule of live streams. But I've been practicing my short game quite a bit, and unfortunately, the greens where I play at right now just got punched. So I am basically going to try to practice my putting in the Trackman Simulator, and it's kind of almost a fair question whether or not you can even get real practice in the Trackman Simulator. The full swing practice is amazing, but can you actually practice your short game and very specifically the putting? So today I'm going to kind of get ready, go take a shower, and we're going to find out whether or not I can actually get real putting practice in my Trackman Sim. Let's see how it goes. All right, so here we are. I got everything set up. We're going to get some putting practice in here. So I got my new putter that I'm trying out. I put some magnets on here so that I'm hitting off the center of the club face. It's a really, really good practice for me. So without wasting too much more time, let's try some of the putting on here. They have a whole practice putting section, but I'm really just going to go into the practice zone and just try some left to right putts, some right to left putts, short putts, long putts, and we'll see how it goes. All right, so just to start it out, let's kind of have fun with this. We got a nice left to right putt here. It's 42 feet downhill, so usually this plays about like a 30-footer. I definitely got to aim this a little bit left. So let's get into it. Let's kind of see how this putting feels. This is a new putting style that I'm trying out just for fun. And so I got to aim it left, and let's do this. That felt pretty good. So what I'm going to be really messing with is level of consistency. We're going to get into some shorter putts. I just really wanted to start out with some longer putts. Just kind of get a feel for it. Aim it left. There we go. So I hit that one a little bit worse. So I imagine that should end up short. And it does. So this is going to be fun. I'm going to see how hard it is to hole out putts too. Because when I play, it kind of seems like it's difficult to hole out a lot. So, it's saying, 3 or 4 degrees left, which makes sense because this is a left to right putt. That felt pretty good. So I'm liking these lag putts. It's not so bad. I would say that it's pretty consistent. It has me aiming 4 degrees left. It's about right for this big breaker right here. All right, so I did some longer putts. It kind of felt pretty good. It felt pretty consistent. But now when you get into the nuances of just an inch left or an inch right will determine whether or not you make the putt, I'm kind of interested in how consistent it is. I have a hole on the sim that is about 11 feet away from me. And so I can putt and see if it goes into that hole. And what I'm interested in is if it goes into the hole and enters in the same spot, so it enters dead center of the hole, will it actually be accurate with my direction? And so we're going to see that feedback. Let's give it a try. All right, so we've got essentially a dead straight little 9-footer that's downhill. So I'm kind of interested to see what happens here. So I'm going to just try to hit this nice and soft right at this hole in front of me, directly at this hole in front of me. So let's see what happens. So my ball went straight in. Wow. All right, so I'm interested. So it said my launch direction was less than a degree left. All right, let's try it again. Let's see how accurate this thing is. Okay, so here we go. Same deal. There we go. Here we are, right into it. Okay, so let's see if that goes in. So that actually ended up short, so that's not going to be a good gauge. See, this is what's frustrating about that, okay? That ball barely got to the hole, and did you see how it was flying in? So I'm convinced, having played quite a bit, that the direction was exactly accurate. So I feel like the direction is perfect. But as far as the distance and how far that would roll, so that one went in, but did you see the speed on that? So I'm not convinced that they've got completely accurate speed because that ball was only a foot different than the ball before, and that one really seemed like it had some steam on it. So let's try a few more. That's kind of an interesting note. See, that was much firmer than the last one. That ball actually went further than the last ball, and look at how much shorter it went on the sim. So I'm convinced that, and granted, the launch direction was right and that ball missed right. So the launch direction is perfect. The launch direction is perfect. I am not certain that the distance control is perfect. I do not think it is. Right in the hole. All right, the launch direction is just amazing. So if you hit that, like that one went into the right center of the hole here, and then on the simulator it went to the right center of the hole. But I am not convinced that they have the speed down really well, which is kind of amazing because for the full swing, there's no one that's better at tracking the ball speed. But granted, this is on the ground, and it just might have a little difficult time tracking exact speeds on the ground. Just for fun, I'm going to go to a longer putt, and then I'm going to hit it 6 feet on here, 8 feet on here, 10 feet on here, and then we're going to see how it rolls in actuality. Let's see. So guys, this is perfect. We got a 40-footer, no break, no slope. I'm on the kind of virtual practice session where they give you putts like this. Okay? No slope, no break. Okay? So I am not actually testing it for essentially making this putt. So I have the hole is about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this hole is about 11 to 12 feet away. Okay? So I want to see how sensitive the distance is. So I'm going to go ahead and hit a putt, and it's going to come up just short. We're going to measure how far that ball went, and then see how far it went on the actual simulator. Okay, perfect. So, let's see how far it said it went. 8 feet. It went 8 feet. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's perfect. That ball went exactly 8 feet, and it said that it went exactly 8 feet. So that's perfect. So far, so good for the simulator. I am now going to hit it all the way to the hole, but I'm going to get it so it just barely drops into the hole. That was perfect. Okay, so that ball was barely diving into that hole. So let's see how far it said it went. 11 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. So at best, that ball went 12 feet. So far, my theory that the distance control is wrong is not looking so good. But I have to say, I say a majority of the time it's right, but on occasion it seems like it catches it wrong. But it could be in my head. It could be in my head. Let's see how hard we can push this. So let's just hit this thing about 3 or 4 feet. Didn't catch. This is where I learned. I try over and over, and if it's basically under 6 feet, they just do not catch. The catch. So let me just see here. That was a 10-footer. That one should be about 10 or 11 feet is sort of where that should be. 13 feet. So that was pretty good. I mean, honestly, so it's pretty clear that it will not necessarily catch a 7-footer or a 6-footer. You know, the reasons for that, I don't exactly know, but when I only hit it, that was about 5 feet. What do they call that one? So that was 8 feet. It said that went 8 feet. 1, 2, 3. And that's a good example. So that one went about 6 feet. So I believe that on shorter putts, like 12-footers, 14-footers, on occasion it gets the distance wrong. And so when I play, I actually have a decent gimme zone. I don't think that it catches it incorrectly often, but just every so often I'll hit a 12-footer that will only go 12 feet, and it will show it going like 20 feet. It could be in my head, I could be wrong, but in conclusion, it's clear. There's a good example, right there, okay? It just said that that ball went 7 feet. That ball made it all the way to the hole, all the way to the hole. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 11 feet. And I use my Trackman Simulator. This is the greatest thing. I love it so much. And with ball flight, I've never seen anything weird. But that ball said that it traveled 7 feet on the simulator, and in actuality, it traveled about 12 feet. And then the other one traveled about 9 feet, and it said that it traveled 6 feet. So, or maybe, I'm sorry, reverse that. But you get what I'm saying. I do believe that as far as distance control goes, with shorter putts, not really with longer putts. I feel like the faster that ball moves, the better it reads. But at slower speeds, I have noticed that on occasion the distance gets weird. And that's a perfect example. It said that that ball on the sim went 7 feet, yet it went 11 or 12 feet. And so we're kind of getting inconsistent speed data. As far as alignment data, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So if you're trying to learn just to hit the ball solid and get it online, and then like I said, I feel like with longer putts, it's a lot more accurate. That was 16 feet. That's exactly how hard I thought I hit that ball. But if we're trying to say, okay, let's see if we can get that launch direction perfect. So I'm going to aim this right at the center of the hole. Right at the center of the hole. So that one was a little right. I bet that launch direction says that it was a little bit right. So it should be 1.9. See, it's amazing. So if I'm learning to hit this ball online and solid, this is an amazing machine. I just have to say, as a simulator goes, short putts inside 15 feet, the distance control I do not think is that accurate. So it's a little difficult to hold putts. It makes it so that if you have a 9 or 10 footer that's downhill, and then you go ahead and hit it 10 feet, it might read it as 15 feet, and then you end up having a 10 or 15 footer coming back because it was a downhill putt. I don't know if all that made sense, but as far as a straight up accuracy machine, it's awesome. So let's really try to get one right on it. That one felt really good, right down the target line. Let's see what I got there. Come on. 0.1. It doesn't get much better than that. All right, well, in conclusion, this was kind of fun. It was an experiment that I actually wanted to do for some time, and what I thought kind of showed to be true. The distance control inside 20 feet is inconsistent. It really is. I've had putts that actually rolled out 10 or 11 feet, and then they only went 6 feet on the simulator. I had a putt that kind of barely got there, and then it went a lot further. So I do have to say the putts inside 15 feet-ish are a little inconsistent distance-wise. Where this machine is amazing for putting is accuracy. Like, if you are starting it right on that line. So I have a hole in the simulator that's lined up. If I hit it straight at that hole, it will say, 0.1 or 0.2. And it shows any push or any pull in launch direction. So if I wanted to just practice hitting a perfect stroke every single time and getting that ball started right on line without any sort of help, it's amazing for that. So alignment, amazing, 10 out of 10. Distance control inside 15 feet, it's not quite accurate in my opinion. It might be accurate 80% of the time, 90% of the time. But as far as simulator, I think it's right that they gave that 8-foot gimme zone. I believe that that's probably why they gave that 8-foot gimme zone. Really, really fun tool. I'm actually going to practice a little bit more, and I just know accuracy when it comes to direction, not that much accuracy when it comes to speed control on shorter putts. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to get back to my live streams as soon as this wrist is completely healed up. I don't even want to give it a day, but it's feeling better every single day. I'm hoping by the end of the week, but you know what? We'll see. Other than that, thank you guys so much. If you guys want to see any other kinds of videos, I don't know, short game stuff, any sort of anything that you guys would be interested in seeing, please go ahead and write it in the comments. If you have any questions, please write it in the comments. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Thank you so much.